Hey everybody, Curtis here with another pedal demo for you. This time it is the red Panda Context Reverberator. I'm going to be using my Banning Telecaster style guitar with Porter pickup T90s in it, going into my Milkman Sound half pint 5-watt amplifier, mic'd with a Sennheiser E906, and here is my clean tone. And here is the room reverb on the Context Reverberator. So as you can see and hear, we have a beautiful looking and sounding reverb pedal here from Red Panda. The Context Reverberator takes all studio quality reverbs and puts them in a stomp box form. It actually has a number of different reverb modes. Very quickly, as you can see with this dial here, we have the room reverb, the hall reverb, kind of a concert hall sound, cathedral, kind of a larger tiled space, kind of bright, gated reverb, which works well on guitar because you can kind of add more reverb while keeping kind of transparency and space between your notes that you're playing. Plate reverb, which kind of uses plates of thin sheet metal to kind of recreate reflections, and you can actually in this mode control the low and high frequency response. And then finally they've given an additional effect, a delay, and added reverb, and enable you to control those as well kind of separately. So really cool. Some of the functions of what these three knobs do up here change different from what they are labeled underneath the knob, based on what reverb mode that you have selected. So very quickly, I want to go through some of these reverb modes, just let you hear a little bit of a sample of each of them so you can just sort of kind of compare them. Keep in mind, though, that some of the knobs at the top of the pedal change what their functions are. So here's clean. So here's the room reverb. And next is the hall reverb. And then we have the cathedral reverb mode. So as you can see, we're gradually getting to a bigger reverb kind of sounds with each of those modes. Then we go to the gated reverb. Keep in mind the gate, you can control the gate with one of the other knobs on the top, but we'll just leave it where it is set for now. So you can hear it very obviously. So kind of a cool effect, and you can control where that kicks in, or cuts off, I should say. Next is the plate reverb. And then lastly, we have a delay plus reverb mode. And you notice here, I have this in buffered bypass mode, which means that the signal is strengthened even when the pedal's off, and this enables trail. So when you turn off the pedal, the reverb or delay and reverb in this case trail off. So here's just a sample of that. So you can hear them trail out after the effect is switched off. This is an internal switch. If you want just a true bypass and you want the reverb or reverb and delay, depending which mode you're in, to cut off abruptly when you turn off this effect, you can have that as well. Just change the switch inside the pedal easily by taking off the back plate. So very quickly, I just want to explain some of these controls on the top edge up here and some of their roles, what they do. So we have the blend, which controls the wet-dry mix. So you can get really wet or kind of dry, so the amount of affected signal, completely affected, or some of your original signal blended with the affected. Then we have the delay control for the pre-delay. This is the for the room, hall, cathedral, and gated reverbs. Or the delay control controls the overall reverb time for the plate mode, or the delay time for the delay and reverb mode. Then we have the decay knob, which controls the time for the room, hall, and cathedral reverbs, or the gate time if you're in the gated reverb mode, or the low frequency response for the plate reverb. And then lastly, on the top right, we have the damping knob, which controls the high frequency damping for room, hall, cathedral, plate, and gated reverb modes, or it controls the reverb time for the delay and reverb mode. Really quickly, while we are in the delay and reverb mode, I want to show you how you control the delay time and the reverb time separately with two of those knobs. So here is clean. So this knob here controls the delay time. So if we run a really short delay, or we want a really long delay setting, you can hear that here now. Now we also have a reverb effect, and you can back off on that by backing off on the reverb time. Or we can increase the reverb time with the damping knob in the delay and reverb mode only. So pretty cool. I'm going to bring this back up here. And I want to switch to the gated mode just so people understand a little bit. In this mode, the decay knob controls the gate time. So here it is, just as we have it with the decay knob at 12. So you can hear it kind of puts a gate on it and stops it. So I'll give you show you just a little bit of the range. So that's a very quick response there of the gate. So that's how you control the gate time. So it's kind of really cool. They've given you a few kind of different variations of reverb and then added another effect with a delay, and really just give you the ability to kind of fine-tune the reverb sound that you want and use it in context where you are playing. And so the context reverb has a number of really cool functions. I'm going to go to the plate reverb now, and I'm going to bring up the damping, and the decay knob in the plate reverb mode is the low frequency kind of response. So I'm going to just turn those knobs like that. I'm going to increase, actually we'll leave for the plate. This is the reverb time. So I'm going to back this off, and I'm going to bring up the blend a little bit. And what I want to do now is I just want to let you listen. This pedal is really great for kind of ambience kind of tones. So here's just the reverb on its own. So with a lot of ambient music, you're going to use a delay, and you're going to do a volume swell. So you're going to like pluck your strings and then fade in the volume with either the volume knob on your guitar or a volume pedal on the floor or on your pedal board. And a lot of people will extend that kind of swell by adding a delay in there. So here's the delay just with the reverb on. So this is not using the delay in reverb mode, but swelling my guitar. So plucking the strings, blending in the volume into a delay, and then that delay going into the context reverberator. So it just gives you a really kind of cool ambient swell kind of mode. So. And again, you can have that trail and fade out very nice and softly into the distance. So very, very cool. The Context Reverberator from Red Panda. Incredibly cool, versatile reverb. Really, really great quality, really well built, and beautiful looking and sounding. A number of different options there, and you can find the right reverb for you. Use it in your context, in your situation. Thanks so much for watching. Like if you like, dislike if you absolutely have to. Please subscribe to my channel if you can. I do appreciate all the likes and comments and views, and I hope that you have a great day. Bye.